from the Lightning, we have Kevin Shattenkirk and Tyler Johnson. Media, please raise your hand if you have a question and identify if your question is for Kevin or Tyler. We'll start with Joe Smith, The Athletic.
Yeah, this one's for Kevin. Like, do you feel you guys kind of found something there in the third? I know they were probably sitting back a little bit with the lead, but just what role did you see that you can maybe build off of that you maybe weren't doing in the early part of the game?
Well, I think we finally just played our game in the third period. The first two we kind of waited and allowed them to bring the game to us, and I think we know certainly that when we flip that and play our relentless style of hockey, it makes it look like teams are sitting back. So you can call it them sitting on the lead, but I think at the same time, we generated chances. We played, our best hockey in the third, and obviously not the result we wanted, but certainly something that we can build on.
We'll take our next question up in the media center at Rogers Place. Steve Wino, The Associated Press.
Hey, Kevin, I'm curious. You just mentioned, obviously, that they kind of took the game to you guys in the first couple of periods. What did that look like, and kind of what is the physical toll when they come out hitting like that in the first shift?
Well, I think both teams play pretty similar styles of hockey. They do a good job of playing simple, putting pucks in the zone. They're a good forechecking team, and like you said, they play physical. So, we played an Islanders team that kind of sat back and relied on their structure a little bit, and Dallas seems to play a little bit more in our faces, and we have to realize that. And like I said, we adjusted to it in the third, put pucks behind them ourselves, and that's going to have to be the recipe going forward.
Next question up top, Arpon Basu, The Athletic.
Hey guys, I'm just wondering, before the second goal, the bench seemed to think that it was icing on that play. Just how did you see that sort of play develop for either one of you?
I didn't really see it. So.
To be honest, I can't really remember the play. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, me either.
Next question, Eric Erlinson, Lightning Insider.
Yeah, for Tyler, just how much is there any similarities that you kind of feel from maybe this game to the first game against Boston, where you kind of had a little bit of a sluggish start and found yourself in the third period of that game?
Yeah, I think, we had to adjust. I think Shaddy said it best that, the Islanders, they kind of sat back. Dallas was in our face on the blue lines. And I think the first two periods were kind of forcing a little bit too much, trying to make those entry passes where, I think our recipe is getting it deep and working. And, we had to adjust. And, like you said, we had to adjust against Boston as well. So we just got to keep doing that grind and playing our game and, go from here.
Ryan Rashog, TSN.
Tyler, one of those storylines from their last round against Vegas was, Vegas maybe not making life difficult enough on Hudobin. What would you say about the job you guys did tonight, maybe trying to get in his face, trying to get him off his game? He obviously played very well, but do you feel like you did enough of that?
I mean, he's a very good goalie. When he's on, he's on. And, I thought we had generated some pretty good chances, and he made some really big saves. So did we do enough? No, because we lost the game. I mean, we got to do more. We got to do more than score one goal. So, the entire team, forward group, got to get it in front of his face, make it hard for him to see pucks. And, our defensemen need to get some shots through, and we just need to be working hard together. So, I think we can all do a little bit more, but, he's a heck of a goalie, so we're going to have to make some good plays.
We'll do a couple more questions for the guys. Brian Compton, NHL.com.
Kevin, I know you don't want to make excuses, but did fatigue play a role early, just coming off consecutive overtime games against the Islanders and then the quick turnaround here?
Like you said, I think we're not using that as a crutch. It is what it is. It's a quick turnaround. I think we obviously show that we had our legs in the third. I think it was just more of the mental aspect of us kind of, again, like I said, seeing what Dallas brought to the table. And it took us a little bit of time to adjust to it. And, they're obviously a really solid team defensively, so it's hard to come back on them. But, I don't want to sit here and say, we were tired and that's why we lost, because we had some chances there to keep the game close. We had it at 1-1 going into the second period.
We'll do two more. Jay Retcher, 95.3.
Hey, Kev, I wanted to ask you about the power play. I mean, you guys are getting these looks and you're getting some shots on that. What's kind of the big thing that you guys got to do to break through?
Well, I think we need to keep it simple. I think, like you said, we're getting our looks. We can't let it discourage us. And sometimes you need one to just go off a skate or go off someone's leg and go in. So like Tyler said, it's a lot like our 5-on-5 play. We got to get bodies to the net, make it hard on Khudobin and they're going to make every effort to block shots. So it's a matter of getting those shots through and working to find those second and third opportunities around the net. And, the pretty plays seem to come off of that.
Last question, Joe Smith. You can have it if you have a follow-up.
Yeah, Tyler, this one's for you. I know you guys give it the first goal for the sixth straight game. I know it's just only 1-0 game at that particular point, but how much does that change things in terms of having to chase the game early on, or how much does it affect that have if you keep on having to do that?
I mean, excuse me. I think in playoffs, it's always tough, playing from behind. So that's always hard, especially when at teams like Dallas, who is very good defensively. So, the first goal is huge. It's not the end of the world, but at the same time, it's way easier to play with a lead than trying to obtain it. So, we have to have a way better start in game two and, just play a full 60 minutes.
Guys, thanks a lot for the time.